Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dax Hastings. I am with
Josh Johnson, Spoon, Mr. J, whatever you prefer.
And Mike Bundy.
Josh. I love how simple Mike's was. Okay.
Anything else? So,
yeah, exactly. Again, everybody, thank you for joining us. This is Geek Tavern Radio, and we are here, of course, to express our love, our passion for games. Guys, how's it been going?
Pretty
fantastic.
Good.
You guys are real hesitant. You're not smoking or doing any type of paraphernalia, are you?
Well, I don't technically know how you do a type of paraphernalia, but no, not currently.
Mike?
I don't know how to answer that, so
I would take that as a no in both cases.
I'm drinking this hard water. That's all I know.
Oh, wow.
I got a Dr. Thunder.
I just finished off my cold coffee. Alright, guys, let's get into this. I would have to say that this week wasn't quite the biggest week in gaming. Not too much news. There have been some big, exciting announcements in which we are going to obviously go over in this podcast, but would you guys say that this week was kind of lackluster in terms of, gaming news?
Pretty much.
For the most part.
Yeah.
There wasn't really much going on. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really see anything that made me super, super excited,
I think the only thing that made me excited was maybe 10 minutes ago when you got on and you informed us of the sparked controversy that's going around Nintendo right now, and I can't wait to get to it. But okay, let's start it off, guys. What have you guys been playing lately?
I've been playing a lot of Minecraft, actually.
On the Nintendo Switch?
No, on my PS4. I have a group of people that have it on PS4, and we made this. They came out with an Adventure Time skin pack, and it's every time you start the game up, it plays the Adventure Time theme song, and everything, whenever you build a bed, it looks like Finn's bed with a sleeping bag, and it's real cool. You can just and we built an entire town pretty much with a farm and all sorts of stuff, and now we're starting to get into actually playing our map that we made on survival mode and things like that. And we're mostly just waiting for Destiny 2.
My only question is, why have I never played that with you? Because I have it on PS4.
I don't know why you've never played it with me, Mike.
I know.
I didn't even know you had it on PS4. I would have invited. Yeah. I'll start inviting you.
I know why.
I'm probably gonna play it after we're done recording this. If you want to log on,
guys, I know why. I know why he hasn't played that game. I know why Mike hasn't sat down and committed himself to playing a good old-fashioned game of Minecraft with you, Josh. And that's because that man has not lived. Until now, because we were just well informed by Mike Bundy himself. Mike, you're living right now. All you have to do is pop that disc in to your PS4 and play the game. What's the game that we told you that you had to play?
It's digital, but
forget about popping in the disc. I apologize.
Yeah, I don't have to pop the disc in.
Did I offend you? Did I offend you? Did I offend you? Are you against game discs?
No, actually, I'm all for them actually. But yeah. So I bought God of War 3 remastered. It's $3.99 right now on the the PlayStation Store.
Yeah.
Go buy that.
Awesome buy. Awesome buy.
If you were listening in the last episode, Mike had informed us that he'd never played a God of War game, but also informed him that he had never lived.
Right.
Yes, certainly. Which, I listened to that last podcast, and I must say, I apologize, guys. I thought I had one of the best mics in the world in here turns out that mine was generating a lot of static. So to both of you guys, which your quality on your guys' end was really good. I apologize to you guys, and I apologize to any listeners who have, maybe come across that podcast and had to deal with that irritable sound in the background. But I think we have it fixed this week. And Mike, I'm glad you can join us. And the only reason why I say that is because you're living now, since you're, playing a game. So I won't let this game.
Whole new world.
Yeah. Isn't it? I mean, it's a world now where we have social justice warriors out there that need to get offended by everything that is placed out there in front of our very eyes and need to find negativity in everything.
Oh yeah.
Which
I live my life.
is going to get us to this next story. Josh, you had brought up, again, 10 minutes prior to this podcast, of some high controversy revolving around Nintendo. What's going on?
I guess a couple of people that I work with currently, were talking about it the other day, and I guess I haven't really looked into it a whole lot, but you guys, we were looking into it right before we started the show here, and I guess the Super Mario Odyssey trailer that Nintendo released last week, 2 weeks ago at E3, there's a part in the trailer where you see Mario in a sombrero and a poncho in this Mexican town, and he's playing a guitar, I think, even just dancing around, and I guess a bunch of people were getting offended by it and calling it racist and all sorts of things like that, and calling Nintendo out on their cultural wrongdoings and blah blah blah. And it's just the one guy I work with, I won't mention him by name or anything, but he normally actually listens to all of our podcasts, so he'll probably know who I'm talking about. But he even said he's of Spanish descent himself. Yeah. I don't even know how you say that.
Yeah.
Spanish. He even personally said, I think it's kind of cool. It doesn't bother me when, our heritage gets out there like that, because it doesn't happen very often. He's you don't ever see Mexican anything. He's they took away Speedy Gonzalez. They took,
Yeah.
He was I think it's kind of cool. I was why not? It's just he's in a Mexican level. Why? I don't see the problem. And I was just I'm glad you see it that way. And then he was even I personally think it's probably just all these crazy white people saying that Mexicans are going to get offended by it. And I was you're probably right.
And honestly, and it's unfortunate that our world, especially here, our country, the United States, has become this way. We, as a society now, just feel that we need to bring up everything by perception has to have negative intent anymore. It's obvious. I mean, it's ridiculous, and I don't want to get too political. I don't want to get too, I just don't want to get political, because again, this is a gaming podcast. But however, this is what I need to say. It's absolute BS, and the people. There are trolls out there, people. There are people who purposely generate this and benefit to themselves or some type of, what's the word? It's the benefit of just generating controversy. And I know that kind of sounds weird to think that, or why would, some people, just want to go out there and create, some type of controversy and oppose ideas and whatnot. It's because people out there are full of shit. There are people out there who enjoy and find pleasure in generating controversy such as this. We're talking about a video game. We're talking about a video game that I guarantee you, you won't find one type of racial slur in it. Let's look at Mario, everybody. What, he's Italian, correct? Am I wrong? He's of some Italian descent.
He's Italian.
Yeah. And
He's an Italian plumber.
He's an Italian plumber. And why do we need to be offended by...
I mean, he even runs around going like, Yahoo! Just like an Italian guy. Nobody cares about that.
No, certainly not. But when you take someone of a different race, Josh, or someone of a different culture,
Put
Mike...
a fucking poncho and a sombrero on him. Holy shit, Mario's fucking racist.
But it's absolutely nuts because, like your friend said, it's the way that they see it, that they perceive it, and they are of the Spanish Mexican descent, that culture. They acknowledge it as something like, hey, thank you for recognizing us. It's not like Mario in this game is doing anything of offense.
It's not like he's like, I don't even know what I want to say here. Like, it's not like he's, like, making fun of Mexicans. It's not like he's, like... You know what I'm saying? He's not like...
Certainly.
Oh, you dirty Mexicans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's in a Mexican town.
Exactly. He's in a Mexican level.
Why
not put a sombrero on him? Who cares?
Yeah, and, I mean, we also see him in, like, a rendition of New York City or in the game New Donk City, and there's... white humans walking around, like, I mean...
I'm offended by that. They're all in business suits. I don't have a wear.
What are they trying to say? Or what are they trying to say that we're... Yeah.
What the hell?
I don't know.
To say that I'm just some white guy that wears a business suit?
Yeah,
what do you think I am?
I guess so. I guess so, Josh.
Let's talk about the true victims here. The Billy Idol fans.
Why do you say that?
Because there's a suit called the White Wedding Suit.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Do you see a picture of it?
Yes, I do.
Can you describe it to me?
It's white, and it's a suit.
Bundy, matter of fact, why don't you just... I mean, because from what I understand, there's a lot of different suits in this.
Yes.
Go ahead, list off some. Let's see if we can find anything offensive about any of these suits.
Okay.
All right, so there's, his regular overalls.
Stop. Stop right there. Because this is what I'm going to say. I'm offended because you, Nintendo, believe that we can only envision Mario in these suits. That a plumber, of course,
always
must be...
wears overalls.
I am offended that you think that a plumber, which I know plenty of plumbers, wear just... Yeah, that wear just suspenders. Offended. Keep going.
I'm offended because, growing up on a farm, I've seen my share of overalls. So, I just can't believe he's wearing them.
Keep going.
All right, so the next one they have listed is the golf outfit, which it's basically just red and white stripes. Better call the white stripes because that
copyright infringement. I mean, the white wedding suit too. Get it, Billy Idol. Get it.
Groups. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And the next one's the infamous Mexican outfit called the Sand Kingdom.
Yep, this was sparked this whole thing. Keep going.
Yep. So
see, it's not even like a bad name.
I mean, there's a lot of sand in Mexico. So.
Can I before you keep going on? Let me just read like two comments from people of Spanish Mexican culture heritage. We got a guy on here. I won't even this is on n4g.com when this news had sparked, but here's the forum. This man states, as a Mexican, I would appreciate if white ladies would stop defending, quote unquote, defending my culture. A lot of us believe it's cool for people to learn about traditions we love, sombrero and fiestas at the top of it. These people have already taken away Speedy, I'm assuming that's Speedy Gonzalez, away from us. They should not take Mario with a sombrero too. Someone else said down below this comment, another Mexican here, yes man, I totally agree with you. As soon as I saw the trailer featuring a Mexican setting and Mario wearing a sombrero/poncho, the first thing that came to my mind was, here we go, SJWs, social justice warriors, are gonna start popping up and making a big deal out of it. Honestly, I think it's cool that Nintendo took some Mexican themes for the game. It will open up interest, appreciation, and curiosity to other people about it. So again, right there, we have people who are of that culture, that heritage, and they appreciate it. But yet, us on the other side have to defend them when they're not asking to be defended and don't see anything wrong.
You guys, listen, you are offended. Let me just tell you. I guarantee you, like, that's pretty much what we're doing right now.
We're offended because they were offended, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're like...
You caught me
they're
off.
like, hey, we're not offended. And then we're all just like, no, wait. Yeah, you are. You're definitely offended. Just trust me. You're offended.
Yeah, you totally caught me off guard there. I understand now what you're saying. At first, I thought like some Inception bullshit was going on right now because I was like, what is he talking about? What's going on? Keep going, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got the infamous Billy Idol outfit. That's what I'm going to call it from now on.
I know you're offended.
Yeah. And the next one is an Explorer outfit. Basically Captain Toad. He just stole Captain Toad's outfit.
Oh my gosh. Did you say he stole?
For lack of a better term, yes. He might have borrowed it because, they're buddies. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The next one is his outfit from Super Mario Maker.
Oh, nice.
The red jumpsuit with the yellow under armor, I guess. And there's a swimming suit. He has, he has a snorkel and a floating tube around him.
But that means there's going to be an underwater level.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly.
Everybody's favorite level.
I think they have shown a little bit of gameplay, at least from a trailer of him being in some type of underwater level or environment. So yeah, but I'm just offended that he's a grown man and Nintendo is portraying him when being a grown man. He can't swim without a flotation device. That in my eyes makes men look inferior to swimming.
Well, me on the other hand, I'm not offended because I can't swim. Fun fact for everybody.
Oh wow! I'm not judging.
Yeah. The next one, we'll just move on.
There's still more?
Oh yeah. There's probably more than what's listed here. The next one
showed a bunch of them in the trailer.
Is a football uniform. So all you football fans can be offended along with all of us. Well, and the last one.
Please don't tell me. Hey.
They're not my favorite team's colors.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say.
Well, we can go over the colors.
As long as it's not the New England Patriots colors, we're good. I'm not offended.
Well,
I think it is actually. Isn't it like blue and white?
It's blue with red letters or numbers. Yeah, letters. And it has green and yellow stripes on the arms.
Well, in that case, I'm assuming when you're wearing that uniform, that football uniform, whenever you die as Mario, you probably deflate.
Well,
we'll see.
The number is 64, so there's a fun fact too. Mario 64. I assume.
Oh, good reference. Yeah. It sure as hell isn't Gronkowski nor that cheater Tom Brady.
So I'm just going to simply say the next one, and we don't need to go here, but the last one is called the Black Outfit.
Okay, is he wearing a suit? Is it a suit?
It's just a black tuxedo.
Like James Bond.
Because he's in the New York stage or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a business suit. I don't know why they didn't call it that, but
well,
that makes a little more sense then.
Yeah.
Yeah, business outfit or something,
Yeah.
But that is the last one on here.
I'm sure there's someone out there who's probably deciphering everything and noting down everything they see in these trailers, these social justice warriors, and they're trying to find everything. I'm sure this is next on their radar.
You've never lived until you've found something offensive on the internet and then reported it.
That's right. I can't wait till we start getting petitions for it. Also, I wanna get on, with more Nintendo news because of course we do have the release. Well, not the release, but we will have the release of the SNES Classic. But prior to that, we also heard some other big news this week, or it was actually last week. Forgive me, the Atari.
Oh, yeah.
So Atari, the same people who created, the Atari from the back in the day. What they make, like an Atari 2600, 4800. Either way, as everyone knows, it's that old pixelated system that I would think
the worst game ever made.
And what is the worst game ever made?
The best game ever made.
E.T.
Oh yeah, okay. You know what? Yeah. Is it that hard? Is it that miserable?
No, it's not hard. It's just terrible.
Yeah, it's just bad. It's literally just like, wait, what am I doing right now?
Yeah, there's like no background, and you just fall into like holes or something.
Pretty much.
And do you shoot anybody with your finger? Do you poke anybody with your finger?
Well, this ain't Facebook, so I don't think so.
Oh, okay. But yeah, the Atari, the CEO has actually come out and informed everybody that they are actually back in the hardware business. Atari CEO Fred Chestnuts, I'm going to assume it's not chestnuts, but I think it's chestnuts, confirmed that the longstanding interactive entertainment entity, which actually, according to this article on Forbes, they actually filed for bankruptcy back in 2013, but as of right now, they're actually back into the gaming business, making hardware. And supposedly, this system that they're working on is going to be based on PC technology. Where do you guys see them? What kind of methods, what kind of mechanics do you see, if you were to predict what this Atari could do, especially with them highlighting that it's based on PC technology? What do you think this means for their console?
Well, I just hope that we'll get into games that have never come out, but hopefully in the long run we just get
Space Invaders.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they just make E.T. 2, and then it just crashes everything. Can't wait for that E.T. reboot that's not confirmed yet.
Yeah.
So there you go. I don't know.
Guys, I heard a rumor that they're making E.T. 2 on the new Atari system. Start spreading that.
Start spreading it. You two can join us and be the first to prophesize. What's that background music that's going on here? I apologize for that.
I don't hear anything.
I don't know.
You hear any background music? Are you going crazy?
No. Something was playing on Forbes.com, so I blame you, Forbes.com. I'm sure the recording's actually going to pick it up, despite the fact that you guys couldn't hear it.
Right.
But yeah, you too can be the prophets of Atari, like Mike, Josh, and I. And we predict and we prophesize that indeed ET2 will be on your shelves next Christmas.
That's also our new band name. We got the Prophets of Rage out there. Now we have the Prophets of Atari.
The Prophets of Atari. The Prophets of Rage actually a band?
Yes.
This is news to me. I really need to catch up on music. Are they rock?
It's Rage Against the Machine minus their singer, and the guy from Cypress Hill, and the Chuck D from Public Enemy.
Oh wow, that has to be weird.
It is weird.
It is kind of strange.
Yeah,
I like it though.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just kind of strange.
Yeah, certainly. Guys, so in other news, Josh here, Spoon, wanted us, you know, he had brought up a really good idea, you know, us being a gaming podcast and trying to be informative and as fun as we possibly can. He actually brought up the fact that, hey, we should be talking about not comic book movies, because that's, you know, for the guys over at Nerdtalkalypse. That's their job. Guys. Yeah, shout out to those guys. However, we should be talking about movies that are based on video games. Josh, fill us in.
Yeah. Well, the only current one that I can think of in production, I'm sure there are a couple other ones. I'm not totally positive, though. But the other day, I was just kind of looking through Facebook, actually, and I follow the Resident Evil movie page, like the official Resident Evil movie pages. It just, like, I was looking through their photos, and they were all just, like, pictures of Alice and, you know, different things from the movies and posters and things like that. And I wasn't actually on the page looking through there. I didn't get on the page till after, but I was scrolling down through my feed, and this picture popped up, and it was like I don't know how to describe it. It was like a sepia tone picture almost, but it had like Jill's hand. It looked like Jill's hand, I'm guessing, because it was a thinner arm. It didn't look like Chris's arm or anything, but it was like the mansion front door from the very first Resident Evil game. And the door was slightly cracked, and Cerberus, one of the zombie dogs, their heads were poking in through the crack, just like in the original game. When you try and open up the door, the zombie dog would jump in at you and attack you. I think in some versions it would like actually enter the room and run around and you had to kill it, and then in some versions it would just like bark at you and then you would slam the door. I don't remember. But basically they just uploaded this picture of that scene, and in the door scratched was Resident Evil. And it was on the like official movie page. So I was just like, and I also heard talk earlier this year, probably about 2 months, maybe a month ago. How long has it been since the last Resident Evil movie came out?
A couple months.
Yeah, just a couple months. They did the final chapter.
It was probably like a month after that came out. They announced that that series was officially done. There are no more. That was the last one. And they're rebooting the series. So I just thought it was really odd for the movie page to post a picture like that when it's like, so like I'm really 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 hoping that they're actually going to follow like the storyline of the games and like just make them into movies. I would be so happy.
Yeah, me too, man, because I didn't really enjoy the films. I remember watching the first one. The
first one was okay.
I think we saw it together.
I believe we did.
Me, you, and your dad.
Yeah, I think
we did. We
saw that. Silent Hill.
Oh, so good.
I like Silent Hill.
I did like that one.
That movie was actually really good, I thought. I thought that was
It was kind of weird, though, because if you think about it, they kind of like combined the first 3 games into one movie.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I'm actually unfamiliar with the third one, except knowing that, you know, the lead in the game is indeed... It was a female.
A blonde female.
Oh, I'm offended. I'm offended.
Hold on, we gotta pump the brakes for a second.
What's going on?
I have a confession.
Oh no!
Don't you even tell us. Don't you even say it.
I've never played a Silent Hill game.
Oh my god!
Dude, I have an emulator running right now in the background on this computer playing Silent Hill 1.
You're playing it right now?
I am playing it right now. I love Silent Hill and Resident Evil.
Well, in the horror realm, I'm just not living in video games. So.
Yeah, Mike, you haven't lived until you've played a Silent Hill.
And then when you do live, you'll probably die multiple times in that game.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like,
Live by Dying.
I've already died a couple times.
That's our next band name, Live by Dying.
There you go. So not only are we a gaming podcast, but we also make and create a bunch of band names on the go.
We better copyright them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we better
Get to one of them. You better pay us.
Bundy, make a list right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, on that, I'm really glad to hear that we are going to be seeing more Resident Evil, movies based on the games. Again, that last series, the 6 films that they had made, 5 or 6, whatever it was, I actually enjoyed the first one and I enjoyed the second one. But however, I think
I liked the second one quite a bit.
Me
except
too.
It was still pretty off from the story.
It was, and I'm not saying that everything needs to be, line by line when you're taking it and adapting it from whether it's a book to film or whether it's from a TV series to film or anything else. But, however, the second one I thought was really good. The only thing where I started seeing it fall off was when Alice got psychic powers.
Yeah. When her umbrella powers got activated at the end of number 2 or what the fuck ever happened, and she turned into like a super fucking hero pretty much. I was just like, what?
Yeah, certainly. Hey, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'll be right back.
All right.
Go ahead and keep talking.
Yeah, so I don't know where this is in production standpoint, but there's talks of a new Mortal Kombat movie.
Ooh.
It's been in the talks for over a year now, really. But
I would be all about that. I actually liked the first one.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt, guys. So yeah, here the dogs were barking, and I was like, man, is someone trying to break in the house or anything like that? Here they were just trying to speak their minds too. They didn't like the films either. My 3 little dogs were just saying they didn't agree with the Resident Evil films. So.
Well, they were just probably mad at me for not living. So.
Well, yeah, that too.
Most likely.
What were you guys talking about?
There's for the past year or so, there's been talks of a new Mortal Kombat movie, supposedly in the works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have much info on it,
I
but
could see it doing really well with like today's graphics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
pretty wild.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, are you guys familiar, Bundy? If you want to save our friendship, you don't have to answer the following question. However, did either of you guys see that mini series from years back? There was like a season 1 and 2 where Warner Brothers.
Dude, I almost forgot about
I
that.
own both of those.
What?
I own both of them. They're on DVD.
Yeah, you can get them on DVD.
Wow, I didn't know that. I mean, you can watch them on Machinima, correct?
Yeah.
Still? Okay.
If they're still there, I don't know.
I don't know if they're. I haven't even looked.
I thought that was actually really good, and obviously, I mean, I thought it was actually really good for the Mortal Kombat name itself because it started generating a lot of buzz, and a lot of people were picking it up and starting to see that, hey, it's definitely going by the roots, like whoever's creating this. And from what I understand, the man who created it was the same guy who, from years back, he had made that trailer. I don't know if it was like a college project, and Warner Brothers recognized him for that. Man, I'm trying to think of his name. I'll try looking it up right now. Hold on one second.
Yeah, the original plan was that those 2 miniseries, I guess is what you could call it, but that was supposed to lead up to a full-length feature film. That was the original plan.
Yeah, but I had heard that there was some type of backlash. I don't know if it was something along the lines of, hey, how about this, dude? Speaking of Resident Evil, Paul W.S. Anderson was the director of the first Mortal Kombat film.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Yeah, that's so crazy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. 1995, July 13th. Paul W.S. Anderson, who also was involved with all the Resident Evil films.
Wow.
They need to just get other people to direct video game movies, and they might turn out good.
Actually good. Yeah, I wonder if he actually touched Assassin's Creed.
I mean, the first Mortal Kombat wasn't too bad. No, I don't think he had anything to do with Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Honestly, I love both of those Mortal Kombat movies. I know Annihilation isn't as good, but I just love that there's more characters.
Yeah.
But that's my 70-year-old self saying that. So.
Yep. I used to watch them all the time when I was younger, but now that I'm older, I kind of am like, wow, those movies really weren't that great. But I enjoy watching them just for the nostalgia.
Yeah.
There's a Mortal Kombat TV series too. If you guys didn't know that.
You mean the cartoon?
The cartoon?
Oh, dude.
No. Live action.
What?
Oh, yeah. What was it called? Legacy or something like that? Like Mortal Kombat Legacy?
No, that was the
That's
YouTube.
what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
No, that was Rebirth. Are you talking about Rebirth?
Legacy was the
Rebirth
second season.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I apologize.
Yeah, it was on... The TV show was on...
Conquest.
TNT.
That's what it was. It was Mortal Kombat Conquest.
Yeah, I own that too. But
was it any good?
I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, because I remember Defenders of the Realm, Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm. That was the TV or the cartoon.
Yeah, I remember the cartoon.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed that as a little kid.
I remember watching that in the hospital when my brother was born.
Oh yeah.
Just fun fact.
Yeah, but back with
awesome thing to be born to.
Back with onto the topic of the reboot of the Mortal Kombat film. Yeah, so the guy's name was Kevin Tacteron, and he of course picked up a lot of buzz and a lot of good feed from Warner Brothers. They obviously hired him for the Mortal Kombat Rebirth and Legacy web series, in which we all saw it, and most people loved and adored it. However, I thought during that second season, I thought they were kind of lazy whenever they did some of those episodes, like the
Katana.
Yeah,
episode.
That was so bad.
Yeah, that's
so bad. But
I agree.
But here's
my favorite episode was the Raiden episode.
Raiden's was pretty badass.
Oh, that was so badass. I liked it. I mean, yeah, you have some people who didn't quite agree with the whole, because in that one, correct me if I'm wrong, he's supposedly a crazy man and he's in a nut house, correct?
Well, he lands on Earth, and he just happened to land in the, around the nut house, or the mental facility, if we want to be PC.
Yeah.
But
let's not offend anybody. They're social justice warriors right now.
I'm already offended.
You're bringing the social. You're bringing the SJW out of me.
Yep. But so he lands within the facility. So they just admit him because he's like, I'm a god.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, yeah, I remember now. And dude, I really liked it. It was a different vision of the characters, and I thought it really did success, and it kind of gave light to
weapons. Dark.
Huh? Yeah, it was dark.
It was really dark.
It was.
I liked it.
But as time went on, and with the success of those web series, I mean, it seemed like it was pretty much set in stone. The cooperation between Warner Brothers and Kevin Tacteron, I can't pronounce his name, so that I guess in October 2013, it doesn't feel like it was that long ago, but however,
I know.
Yeah, but it definitely was. Charon, I'm going to say Kevin. Kevin announced that he would not direct the film. In August of 2015, it was reported that James Wan had signed to produce the film. Mm. In 2016, Wan told IGN that he's confirmed as the producer of the film and he won't rush the film, but once it is heading in the right direction. There was a typo here on Wikipedia. Someone, you Wikipedians, fix that. On November 18th, 2016, Variety reports that Simon McQuoid is in talks to direct the reboot. There have been many rumored reports over the internet stating that the movie is going to have an R rating with an A-lister actors, as Warner Brothers is looking to invest big time in the Mortal Kombat movie reboot franchise. I think if they really do this right, and if they say what they're going to do and they find A-listers, as long as they're making a attractive script, one that actually enables, actors and actresses to, personify these characters that we love, where we actually get to see character development.
Don't pussify it.
Yeah, don't pussify it, but if they really make really solid characters out of the characters that we love, I can see A-list actors actually wanting to get involved in this. And I'm sure there's a lot of A-lister actors who are gamers and they enjoy this game series here. So, I mean, I love Mortal Kombat. Oh, man.
My favorite series ever.
Yeah, there's just, when I reminisce about
it's crazy that like a fighting game has so much background story to it.
Oh, yeah.
It does, and you really, as we were young seeing this game, I was probably 5 years old, just watching Sub-Zero rip the spine right out of another human being. Not necessarily.
I remember sitting around with my dad, and he would always pick Sub-Zero, and no matter what, we would always just like lose, and he would wreck us every single time.
Wreck us every time.
The only fatality I ever knew as a kid was on Mortal Kombat 2, and it was Katana, where she cut the other guy's head off with her fans.
Yep, Mortal Kombat 2.
Down,
that's the one we always played.
B or something.
Yeah. So good. That's something to look forward to. I hope we hear more news here pretty soon.
I'll do a little bit more research on some video game movies coming out. We can talk about them next time.
In the future, we should do a podcast talking about like what has been made into a movie.
Yeah, we definitely should.
If they were good or not.
Yeah, because
that's a really good idea.
That's a good idea. Hey, maybe let's do that next week.
All right. Yeah.
So we have a little bit of homework to do, and that's watch Prince. I've already seen Prince of Persia. I've seen both the Mortal Kombat.
I've seen just about every video game movie ever made. So
yeah.
So as far as I know.
Okay. Yeah, we'll dedicate like half the podcast, half of the hour to the ranking of these different movies and whatnot, and where they hit and missed on these games. So guys, let's get to the main topic and the final topic of the night.
Can I interrupt and bring something else up that I just thought of?
Yeah.
And we were talking about this, about a podcast we want to do in the future. But it was announced that Seth Rollins will be on the cover of this year's WWE video game.
Yes, you know what? Last week, I actually had written that down on notes. But of course, I wasn't so organized. I don't know what I did with them, but that was definitely on them. I forgot all about that.
Yeah. We don't have to go too in-depth with it, but I'm actually glad that it's a current superstar and not, Goldberg or Lesnar or somebody that's part-time or not in the business.
Yeah, somebody old, because that's one big controversy right there that's been surrounding, or been in the talks or the forums of many pro wrestling fans out there, is that you will always see, it's kind of just like WrestleMania as of lately, where they bring in these part-timers when instead they should be. Me personally, I'm a big pro wrestling fan. Mike is too. I don't know where Josh lies with pro wrestling. Josh, you probably haven't watched it since probably Stone Cold Steve Austin?
I've watched it here and there.
Okay.
I don't dislike it.
Josh, was it you or Tanner that shouted "The Boyhood Dream" for ever?
I think it was Josh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was me.
Yeah, the boyhood dream. But like, it's something that's always been, you know, getting a lot of diehard fans hot-headed. Was, you know, the WWE time and time again, just like WrestleMania, they've been putting these older wrestlers on there, these part-timers on the front of their covers. And granted, are they making a lot of money off it? They obviously are, but it's just great to see that they're taking someone who's young, someone who, I mean, the guy, you know, even back in the days of when he used to be known as Tyler Black, I believe that was his name on the indies. I mean, this guy has many, many years in already, so this isn't even about how much experience or anything, but it's just the fact that he is kind of like new to the WWE product still. Like, he's been under them for maybe 4 or 5 years. However, that's including time and developmental. But it's just good to see that they actually have someone that is always present, who's always on their program week to week on the front cover. And I really actually like, I mean, let's be honest, I probably will not turn out buying the game because the wrestling games, in my eyes, have become just like all the other sports titles. Josh had a really clever term in which he should coin it. Mike, write it down. It's called the Madden syndrome, where year after year they put out the same exact game. Yeah, you might have a few characters and whatnot, and you might have like a tad little bit more of different mechanics or different options or game modes, but however, it's the same game over again. But I think they succeeded in promoting this with their trailer. If you haven't seen their trailer for this new title, WWE 2K18, go check it out. I think it's really good. It's really cool. I understand that there's new modes with it and whatnot, but yeah, again, it's just really cool to see them go with a fresh face and promote someone who's currently there and is on their program week to week.
Yeah, small tangent about the Goldberg thing. The good thing about the Goldberg part was it also led up to him making a comeback and actually wrestling, or whatever you want to call it. But, 20 seconds or whatever to win the title. But, at least it brought him back into the ring and not just, the Stone Cold edition a few years ago. I mean, I love Stone Cold, but it's like they're just, using that for money.
Yeah.
And whatever, so.
Yeah. All right, guys, so the biggest news that we've heard from the past week and a half was the Super Nintendo SNES Classic announcement by Nintendo. Guys, it's a dream come true. If I may say so. The boyhood dream.
The boyhood dream.
In my 15 years of wrestling, I have never seen a vacuum cleaner.
Oh, dude. Oh, my gosh.
I just had to throw that back.
Yeah, I know. Josh, were you there for that? It was a while back. It was during our high school days. But, however, there was this funny moment. We were watching a pay-per-view. I don't know if it was Royal Rumble or SummerSlam.
No, it was WrestleMania.
It was WrestleMania. And when someone used a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, they just pulled out a shot vac out of nowhere.
Oh, dude, it's so good. I'm crying. That part, I forgot all about that. Okay. So, yeah, the Super Nintendo Classic.
God.
Oh, my God. Joey Styles.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, King. JR. The man has a family. However, yeah, that was my crappy impersonation of the legend JR, who we all adore and respect. Okay, guys, let's get to the Nintendo Classic and wrap this up. So, we got an announcement from Nintendo about the SNES Classic. We're looking at a release window, September 21st, with 21 games and 2 controllers, where as previous, the NES Classic only gave us one controller. Now, prior to this recording, we obviously talked a little about it. And Mike, you were actually kind of displeased at this announcement.
Well, just for the amount of games. The NES, the Nintendo Classic, had 30 games, and this one only has 21, and one of those being a previously unreleased game, which is cool, which we can cover here in a little bit.
Yeah.
But and it does come with that second controller, but we'll start with the price. It's $20 more. It's $79.99.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Which I don't know if you want to go into the list of games next. Contra 3 is the first game.
Never played it, honestly.
Contra's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I've never played a Contra game. Donkey Kong Country.
Oh, man. Nostalgia.
Yeah. And side note to that, one of my negatives is that 2 and 3 are not on here. Earthbound, which is the most expensive game to try to find on the actual system.
Pretty much.
All right, so okay, hold on. With that said, I mean keep going, but I'm actually going to look up the price of that title if you were actually to buy a physical copy. Is it the first one? For the first Earthbound?
There's only one. I think.
No, they didn't come. I thought they came out with like Earthbound 2 and 3, and they just never made it to America.
I mean, maybe. I have no idea. Yeah, it's well over 100. I couldn't tell you the actual. Unless it went down recently. I don't keep up with it. I traded mine in, but I'll continue. Final Fantasy 3.
That game's pretty sweet. I have it remade on the DS, I think.
Okay. F-Zero. Never played it myself. Nothing on F-Zero?
I never played it. Don't care too much about it. For one, I'm not that big of a racing fan. If I am a racing fan, it's a real. I'm gonna play a real racing game, and that's Super Mario Kart, and that's that.
Yeah, mate.
Screw you, NASCAR Simulator, Forza, Turismo. Screw you.
Need for Speed.
Screw that too.
Yeah. The new one looks pretty good, I'll say that. But the next one's Kirby Superstar.
I think I actually remember playing that a couple of times.
And then Kirby's Dream Course. I don't know anything about Kirby, so
I never cared too much about Kirby.
The next one I own on my 3DS, which I have yet to play through. So another I haven't lived is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past.
Get out.
Good game.
I know. Get out. I'm shutting this off right now.
You need to get out of here right now, Mike.
I did start it, so I've played it a little bit at least.
Mike, dude,
I have more hours in the current Zelda than you, so blah.
Hey, keep going.
Mega Man X or 10. I don't know what it means.
I can't say that I've played that exact title, but of course the Mega Man titles are always good. They've always been a challenging series.
So hard.
Yeah,
so hard.
Definitely hard.
This one I've never heard of. Secret of Mana.
I've heard of that. I never played it, but I've heard of it.
I think I've played the other Mana titles. I don't know.
I'm saying I remember playing something Mana.
Yeah, like Tree of Mana or something like that. I remember that too. It just
we probably
sounds
played
very
it together.
fantasy oriented.
Mm-hmm.
Star Fox, obviously, is
the unreleased.
No, the first one.
Oh, nice. I didn't know there was going to be more than one.
Yeah, the first one, and then Star Fox 2, which is the, has never been released.
Which is pretty cool.
Which is cool. Like, that's the big highlight for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because I did like the Star Fox game.
If anything, that would definitely make me buy one.
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
There's always going to be someone that's like 2 hours after the system's released. It's going to be online in an emulator. If I really, really wanted to play it that bad, which I mean,
and that's true. This game, I tell you what, this could be a topic. Well, I don't know if I'd care to talk about it because I've never played it, but Street Fighter 2.
Yep.
The game that's been released about 50 million times, apparently.
Pretty much.
Yeah, because
didn't it just come out on the Switch?
Yeah.
It just came out on the Switch. I was going to buy it until I saw that it was $40, and I'm like, no.
Nope.
Yeah, fuck that.
I like fighting games, but for a 25-year-old game, I'm not paying $40.
Oh, yeah, certainly. I mean, granted, the benefit of getting the one for the Switch, of course, is that you can play online and,
oh, yeah.
And you can, do Hadoukens. Hadouken. But, however, it's definitely not... I just wonder how many people out there are now kicking themselves in the ass because Nintendo decides that, hey, we're going to, put out another copy.
Yep. So you're gonna partially pay for it again.
You're gonna pay for it again
after your probably 50th time buying it.
Yep.
I mean, Skyrim's about to catch up with them eventually.
Oh yeah, they're getting there.
Oh yeah, Skyrim. Oh dude,
I'm
give it
surprised
another
Skyrim's not
15
on this
years.
mini.
Wait, say that again, Josh.
I said give it another 15 years.
Oh, I thought you said a game was going on 15 years. I'm like, holy shit, I am old.
No, I said give it another 15 years.
Yeah, but
they'll have released it 10 more times by now.
Yeah, I've already bought it twice. Once for the PS3, second time for the PS4. I'm not gonna buy it for the Wii. I mean, or the Wii, the Switch. I'm not gonna buy it for the Switch.
I held off buying it for my PS4 because I knew it was coming out for the Switch. So I'm probably gonna buy it on the Switch.
Yeah, I traded it in for my Xbox One, not the Xbox One X 360/5, but
yeah.
But yeah, I might buy it. I don't know.
What else?
That's off topic. There's still more games.
What other games?
Super Castlevania 4.
Yeah, Josh. Ooh. Yeah. Keep going.
I'm just gonna keep going because my living is just out ridiculous.
Oh my god, Mike.
Dude, you're burying yourself now. You're not just not living, but you're burying yourself.
I know. I'm going to be the Undertaker here soon.
Yeah, just...
Speaking of dead things, Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Ooh, man, nice segue. Dude, that is...
It, Mike?
Huh? What'd you say?
Josh, where are you at?
What?
What'd you say?
Are you trying to tell me you never played Super Ghouls and Ghosts?
I've never heard of it.
Oh my gosh!
Look, you've never lived until you played Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Oh, but I'll tell you what, man. You died plenty of times in that game.
Yeah, it's actually one of the hardest games I've ever played, and I don't know that I've ever even gotten close to beating it.
I think I've only made it to maybe, like, the 4th level, maybe. If I remember, hell, it may be only the 2nd level. Someone with the no, I may have passed the pirate ships. I don't know. It is a difficult game. Really difficult game.
It's pretty cool, though.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
I don't know if I'd ever play this one. I've never played it as of right now, just because I had a select few games over the years for the Super Nintendo. But Super Mario Kart, the first one.
Never played the first one. I played the one for the 64. That's when I first got introduced to it. But
yeah, me too.
Yeah, I don't think I ever played the original one.
But that's on there.
Yeah, I guess we all haven't lived.
Yeah.
Dang it, I wasn't going to say anything.
My good friend over on YouTube Gaming, DGR, Dave, he with this announcement, he played a bunch of Super Nintendo games, and I was watching him play Super Mario Kart, and just the handling and stuff. I could not imagine playing it now.
Oh yeah.
Like he just came in last the whole time. So. Like, it's cool that it's on there, but at the same time, I would not care to play it.
Yeah, me either. I probably won't be. I'm definitely going to get one of these. I'm going to try my hardest to attain one of these.
I'm going to get 10 of them.
And make a crap ton of money off of them.
You're damn right. I'm a scalper now. I'm going to stand on the corner.
Just scalp them.
Selling SNES classes.
Oh, dude. Oh, yeah. We forgot about the one benefit of them. They're, of course, just like the NES Classic, it is a mini. So, there you go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There's more. Okay.
Yeah, let's finish this up.
Yeah. We're kind of ADD about this today.
Oh, yeah, certainly.
Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen gameplay. I've never personally played it.
The only time I ever played it was on an emulator, actually.
Yeah. This one's a big one. It couldn't exist without it. It was the first game released, I believe, with the Super Nintendo, Super Mario World.
Oh, dude, so many good memories with that. Like, my mother even played that game alongside me, and my mom was in no way, in any case, considered a gamer, but however she actually enjoyed, because I think you actually could play 2 players in that game. Yep. Correct? You would each take a turn on the level. You could be Luigi or Mario.
Oh, most Mario.
Yeah. So
yeah, all of them actually.
Yes, so good.
Except for the second one.
Yeah.
You couldn't do multiplayer on that, I don't think. Super Metroid is the next one.
Good.
I have played Metroid games before, but not any of the side scrollers.
The platformers.
I played the original one.
Yeah.
Once.
And there's a bunch of games on here I haven't played.
Yeah.
So, but Super Punch Out.
Oh, dude. You know how long? Okay.
That's a rare game.
Quick story. Whenever I was young, me and my brother David would actually, I won't say we would get sick or pretend to be sick on purpose, but let's just say this. Every time that we were sick, the one benefit was that our mom would actually go down to the local store, formerly known as, I think it was called like the North 40. You could actually rent old games there, and she would actually bring...
Oh my god, I remember that.
Oh, dude, yeah, man. And I remember getting Punch Out, and I thought I was actually the colored characters. I thought I was the character above. And I just wondered, like, dude, and I'm real young, and I'm wondering, like, why can't I get past this, like, small chump at the bottom of the screen? Like, why can't I get past this guy? And I'm playing these characters in here. Because, dude, it doesn't necessarily explain to you what character you're playing. And then here, after a while, I finally figured it out. That's the pull lock in me. True story.
So was your brother playing and you thought you were playing, or you just didn't know which character?
No. My brother, how he just fits in the story is the fact that he also benefited from either being sick or pretending to be sick just so he could get off school and play a game.
Okay.
But I was one. I think I just played it alone by myself, and I just thought it was the most boring game ever because I was going against. I was this, hippo dude, or I was this like tall, lanky guy, colorful character on the top of the screen, and I couldn't get past this little like scrawny dude. And here, after so many rounds, I finally figured out that I'm that little guy. I'm that guy.
There's one game left. Does anybody know what it is?
Is it Wario World or something like that? I forget. No.
Nope.
Man.
Once I say it, you'll...
Did you already say Final Fantasy VI?
Nope. There's only one Final Fantasy on here, and it's 3.
Oh, it's 3. I apologize. What is it?
Yoshi's
World.
Island.
Yoshi's Island.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. my thing on this, I'm definitely looking forward to this. I remember sitting down even with my father-in-law, and we actually attained him one of the NES classics, and dude, that guy was a kid again. He was so happy. And I remember him even saying, watch, they'll turn out making a Super Nintendo Classic too. And right as they announced this, days ago, a week ago or whatever,
2 days.
Just 2 days ago, he immediately texted me and was like, I want it. And he left it as that. Want what? The Super Nintendo Classic. And that's when I found out.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, yeah, it's more money than the NES Classic. Some could argue that, okay, well, it, of course, has better graphics. It's HD, I'm assuming. It's going to have an HD card. It's smaller. It does come with 2 controllers. There are some titles, I think, that it can do without and that it should replace. But you know what I think they should have did, guys? And who knows, maybe it actually does this and we just don't know yet. But when the NES Classic came out, I'd spoke to some people that I work with, other gamers and whatnot, and thought, you know what, wouldn't it be cool if they pumped out, and I understand that we have the Switch out and they're going to be making Virtual Console, and that's cool. But wouldn't it be
all these games on the Virtual Console?
I think they will. I think they can't. I could see it taking time because I think Nintendo's, of course, going to be selective and on the process of putting out certain games at certain times through Virtual Console. However, I think this was a good idea, if I must say so myself. I think
that might be. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Well, that might be why they kind of pushed back the. Maybe not so much the online capabilities of the Switch, like the paid subscription, but maybe they're pushing all that back kind of because they wanted to put this out, so that way people would actually buy it.
Yeah.
Instead of buying all the stuff on virtual.
True. I just think one way they could really benefit from this, wouldn't it be awesome if. So they put out just 21 games, okay? And of course, we're, oh man, the other one had 30 or so. Wouldn't it be cool if Nintendo, they didn't tell us about this yet, and there was a hidden gem behind this new Super Nintendo Classic, and it was the fact that every few months they put out a new SD card that you can pop in just like a cartridge into this console and play additional games. Wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be pretty badass.
Yeah. I think it would. And I thought maybe that was the direction they were going with. But you know what? I'm sure they'll just remain at the 21 consoles because, again, they are, of course, concentrating on the Switch, trying to get the Virtual Console up and please all of us Nintendo fans who have been just salivating at the thought of there being Virtual Console on the Switch and on the go. But there's some titles there. In all honesty, I don't care about Yoshi's Island. I don't care, especially about F-Zero. You will not see me playing Mario Kart. And all in all, I'm more so upset on the fact that there is no Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Yep.
I knew it.
Yep. I am.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking this whole time.
A LucasArts classic. I think it was also made by Konami. Konami helped make it as well. But let's say this much. I think there's more of a diversity in game genres inside this console. I think Nintendo has succeeded in that way of presenting us with a more diverse genres where now we're getting RPGs. I don't think there was any RPGs actually. If you're not counting, did they have Zelda in the NES Classic?
Yeah.
Okay, well, besides that, because in all honesty, I don't count that as an RPG. I know there's some people out there that are going to be kind of irritated and pissed. What? It's not an RPG. I'm offended. SJW. But it's cool to see that there are a good select, diverse amount of games. I'm looking forward to that because I did not play Final Fantasy 3. The Mana game, the Secret of Mana or Tale of Mana, whatever it is, I'm looking forward to that. But man, I really think they could have. I think they could have brought a little bit more to the table, whether that was an increase on the number of games, which I know you can actually go out and just like the NE Classic, you can probably do it to this one. I would have been
satisfied if they just would have added Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Oh, dude. Oh, man. How much is Zombies Ate My Neighbors? Mike, what were you going to say?
$30.
I was just going to... Alright, so originally, I thought about this, like, ever since we were talking before we started recording. You know, I was going to complain that there weren't games like, let's say, Aladdin or Lion King. Mm-hmm. Which I played those on Sega more than I ever did on Nintendo.
Yep.
And Mortal Kombat is something that people are complaining about. Super Star Wars. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
I think the thing about it, though, is those games were also released on other consoles, so they just wanted games that were like Nintendo.
Yeah, well, that's what I kind of, I don't know, realized myself while thinking about it. Like, not only that they were cross-platform, but they probably have no copyrights for any of those.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they can't just, like, release those games. Sega would be like, yo, dude, the fuck?
Yeah. Earthworm Jim, was that...
Yeah, that was on both consoles, too.
Was it on both? Super Bomberman?
So that's probably why Zombies Ate My Neighbors wasn't on there, because it was on Sega as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so these are probably mostly just Nintendo IPs then, I guess.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure each one of them that you named off there is like a Nintendo game.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it was the same way with the NES. Although the NES just pretty much had all Nintendo games.
Yeah, that didn't really have a competition.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. I'm just so upset, because where's Home Alone 2? And where's American Gladiators in this list?
American Gladiators.
I'm just kidding. I do actually remember... Oh my god, is that the game?
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. I'm on eBay right now, and I'm just like looking up all these titles, and I remember there was this game where you were somebody that was in a mech, like different mechs, and it was a platformer game, and of course, you know, it was a shooter as well. It was like side-scrolling platformer, but also there was just like some puzzles where you would have to get out of the mech and like float as a human in a jetpack and stuff. Oh man, is it Mech Warrior? I'm looking this up. I'm investigating this.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I'm investigating this, man. Oh,
But,
guys.
My next purchase is gonna be Zombies Ate My Neighbors now.
Dude, I think my next purchase is gonna be. It might be a Super Nintendo. Like I might just go out and get a
Well,
really
I'll tell you what.
one good condition too.
I'll tell you what. I traded mine in. Well, for one, like I just didn't play it, but we, Tiff and I were gonna like get a regular old Nintendo because we wanted to play that stuff.
Yeah.
And that stuff is going for ridiculous prices. Like they want like $80 for original Nintendo.
Yep.
One controller. About the same for a Super Nintendo, about $80.
Yep.
Yeah.
So like it's, I don't know what
glad I
happened,
have-
but like
Dude, I
everybody
have a-
wants it.
Sega Genesis CD drive.
Oh wow.
You could probably get a pretty penny for that thing.
Oh, it's called Metal Warriors. Oh my gosh. Yep, I'm gonna buy one. I have to go. I can't even wait for this console because, oh dude, there's just so many good nostalgia memories.
There's, I don't know about this one. I'm sure it'll be the same. But there's ways that people have modded the regular NES Classic, and they put like all of the games on there.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know anything about how you do that. But yeah, so there's that option too.
Oh, wow.
That'd be cool.
Oh my gosh, guys. I can't get over this, I think. I don't know, I might hold back from telling the wife and just go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go out and buy a classic. Oh, dude, man. Oh,
That's
dude.
kind of what I do when I buy video games half the time.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, she
dude.
finds out.
Yeah.
I tell her after I buy it, usually.
Dude, look up Metal Warriors for the SNES. That's a game that's missing from us. I remember, dude, this is another game I remember we rented, and I was just such a big fan of this game. Oh, it was so good. Guys, we gotta end it here. It's about time. Oh, dude, I could just the nostalgia.
We can talk more in a minute.
Yeah. But hey, guys, this is another fun podcast. There wasn't too much, of course, out. In
Doesn't really matter. We still covered quite a bit.
Yeah, we did. I mean, there's a lot of exciting things going on out there in the world of gaming, and again, Nintendo, I think, has just been really successful. If we want to, make an end note, they've been just very, very, very successful.
Yeah, Nintendo's really been pushing it lately.
I know. I think they've been very pleasing to all the fans. I mean, granted, I'm still upset that there isn't Zombies Ate My Neighbors, but hey, beggars cannot be choosers. Yeah. All right, guys. Again, for those of you at home who took the time, we hope you found pleasure, some information, we hope that you just enjoyed the podcast. And again, if you got any questions or any concerns, or
you were
just
offended,
or if you were offended, let us know. Let us know at
I hope
Geek.
you weren't offended.
Yeah, me either. Come and just email us at geektavernproductions@gmail.com. There you'll be able to email us, ask us any questions. Matter of fact, I think we should start doing a mailbag, guys, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, once people start mailing us.
Well, yeah, and once we actually start, putting ourselves out there into more circuits. But, however, my name is Dax Hastings.
I'm Josh Donaldson.
Mike Bundy.